Number 5, you don't have to take RMDs until age 72 starting in 2020. The first one on this list, number 5, might sound familiar to many of you because it's been in place since December of 2019 when the Secure Act was passed. You used to have to start taking your RMDs at age 70 and a half. That moved to age 72 starting in 2020. I felt even though many people already know this, it's worth mentioning as a reminder with all the changes made to RMDs in 2020. Number 4, say so long to stretch IRAs. Number 4 on this list is another change to RMDs that was brought on by the Secure Act in December of 2019. And this one applies to inherited IRAs. You used to be able to stretch out your RMDs throughout your life expectancy. The change was made that now you have to deplete the IRA within 10 years. So technically, you only have one RMD, and that's on year 10, the account has to be empty. Number 3, and this is a big one, you do not have to take RMDs in 2020. Now move on to more recent news, and this is a big one. With the passing of the CARES Act, you do not have to take an RMD in 2020. So if you haven't done so, you have no requirement to distribute any money out of your IRA. And this CARES Act was passed just a few days before April 1st, which affected some people because if your first RMD was in 2019, that is due by April 1st of 2020. And in those cases, you could actually skip your 2019 and your 2020 RMD. But for most people, the important thing to remember here is 2020, no required minimum distribution. Number 2, if you have an inherited IRA, do you have to take your RMD? Those of you with an inherited IRA might be wondering, hey, do I have to take an RMD in 2020? And the answer is no, the same rules apply. And there is one other thing I should note in this. If you are a non-designated beneficiary, the 5-year rule gets an extra year added on. This year does not count. So instead of having to deplete the IRA in 5 years for the non-designated beneficiaries, you now have 6 total years. The number one question people are asking, what if I already took my RMD? One of the more common questions we're getting is, hey, what if I already took my RMD and now they say I don't have to? Can I just put it back? Because many people do take their RMDs at the very beginning of the year. Now, the CARES Act didn't add anything to this rule. This is a rule that's in existence. If you distribute from your IRA, you have 60 days to roll it back into another IRA, and it can be the same one. Now, there is another addition to that. You can only do that once per year. But in this case, if you have taken your RMD within the last 60 days, you can roll that back into your IRA. So in essence, you wouldn't be taking your RMD for this year. Now, if you had taxes withheld, we would recommend discussing with your CPA. I'd like to give a special thanks to my coworkers and sons, Cole and Wade, for their help in this video.